today, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Annalyse, man. It's Annalise's time, which she obviously loves. Cheers. We're just here to ask her some questions, get to know Annalyse a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, is this the time where I say something disgustingly nice about you, or is that afterwards? Let's do afterwards.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, don't say it now or else I'll get nervous and hide.
I'm trying not to ice you. That's the point. Okay, so I got these questions here. I'm looking at my phone because I can't memorize even one word. So we're going to talk about your music history, not like the boring class in college, but like your music history. So like, how did you get where you are today? How'd you get your start? What are some of the big mile markers? Tell me all about it.
Yeah. Great question. So I was raised in a pseudo musical family. My dad loves consuming the musics of all types. He's got like a speaker in every room of the house vibes. So he loves that. He was like in choir growing up. You know, he has like a very proud sense of music enjoyment thing going on about him. He knows like one song on the piano and he'll play it as loud as he can, and it's a whole affair. My mom
That's awesome.
My mom also sings. She's the cute little type that like pulls out her giant Reader's Digest book and will just like play out of it for hours. So that's like the vibe I grew up around. Just a cute little organic situation. Always listening to music, always playing or encouraging some type of sing-along. And from that, my dad's side is not very musical, but my mom's side is very musical. Her dad played the piano. I have some cousins that do music for careers. And so, you know, I was just surrounded by it. So I started taking piano lessons, I think, when I was 6 or 7 from a sweet, dear woman who had like 20 children and shouldn't really have been teaching lessons out of her house. You know, it was just like bro, you got like a whole tribe of people. Also my animal in the background, just trying to find an escape from his life. We understand. His name is Finley, for those who are watching and would like to know. If he barks, I can't control the beast. Yeah, so she was kind of a chaotic mess. But it was a funny little quaint start to the old education. And then my grandpa, who only played really by ear, he wasn't very good at reading music. So he was like, let me show you how to play everything I know by ear. And I was like, how do you even teach me that? Somehow it worked. And then I supposedly outgrew his skills. And my mom sent me off to a fully qualified piano teacher who played for like the symphony. She played for the Muni, which, if you don't know, is like a big St. Louis theater thing. They pull in people from Broadway. It's a big deal, right? So I took from her for 5 or 6 years, and she was the like intense, like, we got those big exercise books and you're going to finish this under my watch and you're going to do it at 3 tempos. You're going to learn it backwards. You're going to learn how to play it in the dark. She had 2 pianos. She had an upright and a grand. And I was not allowed to play the grand. I had to earn my right to sit at that grand piano. It was white too. An interesting thing. I feel like white grand pianos are a hot commodity.
Dude, as a former piano sales goof, that you are either going to love a white piano or you are going to hate it. And there are people that are real passionate about their white pianos. So that's awesome.
Yeah. I feel like it speaks to the type of person she is, right? So she had the upright, the grand, and then she had a couple keyboards that she used to practice for show tunes, like having to like sequence differently and stuff, have different patches and so on. So she was just really cool, very versatile pianist. But I played on that stupid upright for like 4 years before I earned my right to play on that grand. The first time I played on the grand, To a Wild Rose, a quirky little folky song, I made her cry. So, there was some despite my horrible technique and my inability to follow any fingering signs, I had this like expression thing that I really was loving. So that was kind of my my like foundation as an actual musician. I did like the theory classes in high school. I started writing music when I was 12, just kind of as a outlet for needing to like get some emotional things out. And that kind of became a thing. So I had like this piano thing going on, and then I had this songwriting thing going on. They kind of collided at some point, and I got in touch with some people that had good connections, had some money to support what I was doing. So I, somewhere along the lines, I took, Finley is chewing on something.
What's chewing on?
Some birthday streamers. Let me
Did you handle that?
Let's commercial break for Nikki to share about something important.
Yeah. So folks, don't do drugs. No, I don't know. I don't have anything terribly important to share. Yeah, man, people get real passionate about them white pianos, dude. People would just go gangbusters for those white pianos. It was crazy. And then some people would just be so mad. They would be irate. We even had a white piano in the showroom. They would just lose their noodles, dude.
Lose their noodles.
All
I say that
noodles
too,
are-
you know. Everyone's losing their noodle.
Sometimes you got to lose your noodles, bro. I don't even know what that means. I mean, like, can you imagine just like walking down a street with a spaghetti pot? You just kind of leave it down for a second. It's like, that's weird. It's a weird expression.
It's a weird expression. Sorry about that. Thank you for the white piano commercial break. So yeah, at some point, I went and sang in a competition at Six Flags, good old Six Flags. And it was with a local radio station, and I ended up winning the competition, which got me a nice little check and an opportunity to play in front of, like, I don't know, 13,000 people or something stupid, which was the biggest audience I had played for. I was only like 13 too, so it was a young time to be doing such a big affair. So I did that. I did it with an original song. It was aired on the radio. It felt like my big, like, little baby break, you know. I took that money. I recorded a full EP with a friend who had a studio, and I kind of like pushed that out. I made, you know, as one does, 1,000 copies of CDs, which are now sitting in my mom's closets, and she's so thrilled to have them, taking up so much space. I think recently we did throw away a couple of them. It's like CDs are not a thing anymore. That was a relic of the past. But I did that, and then I partnered with a lady who was trying to start a record label. She was wonderful, and she got me a bunch of opportunities to play for various people, open for some people, play at some cool venues in St. Louis. Hooked me up with some awesome opportunities. I was with her for maybe 2 years, and then I went off to college. I went to a school out in Arizona, which is why I'm here now. Not the school, but the Arizona part. And I recorded some more. So the school I went to had a really great recording studio. So I recorded some more stuff there. I never released that, but it was really good experience. And I collaborated with some other musicians. And then I transferred to the place where we discussed last week, the unnamed liberal arts college in St. Louis. I transferred there and finished off some real hard music educating, which is where I feel like the bulk of my development happened, you know, in the theory realm and the technical realm. Got a lot of good vocal stuff going on there. Got a lot of good jazz experience, jazz singing, some jazz piano. I'm not good at jazz piano. But, you know, I got a lot of great experience there. And kept writing songs, wrote enough songs to put on a whole showcase of a full length album, if you will, of music that I wrote over the course of my time there, and performed with a band, wrote a song live, did some cool stuff. So that was kind of like my like childhood through college. And then post college, or kind of in the middle of college, I started teaching private lessons and fell in love with that. Love teaching little mongrels how to do music things. Love inspiring other people to find their creativity, find their voice. So I did that. I took on a whole horde of students to pay for my bills. And through that same connection, I ended up managing that music school for almost 2 years. And it was a program of over like, I don't know, 100, 110 plus kids, lots of families. I managed a bunch of instructors. And it was a really cool experience to have like the teaching thing. I kept doing that privately on my own as I managed the school. And then to be able to like see it from a bigger role of like administrative, the ability to like curate musical events, the kind of ability to organize bigger scale things for people and their music journey. So yeah, that's kind of where that's taken me up until now. And I kind of am looking back and like, shoot, I have a lot of experience in the recording realm and the live realm. I have years of learning how to play and teaching how to play. And that's kind of what got me here.
What age did you start playing? Like was that your mom's side? When did your grandpa like start to teach you?
Yeah, I started with that crazy lady at like 6 or 7, but grandpa probably chimed in at like 9.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you've been at it for a while.
Yeah, a good of like real playing, a good 15 years of playing. But of like actually good playing, maybe like 6.
I just think when your brain is young and agile, it's really cool that you had some good / 20 kid lady sort of experiences, as less than optimal as they are. At least it's like you get started,
For sure. So I feel very grateful that my parents saw that I was interested in that and wanted to invest in that. And I'm grateful that I stuck with it, because there was like, all the sports and the things, nothing wrong with it, but all the things that are a little more temporary to the time of life that you're in. And I was like, nah, I want to write music. And I was always that kid that like knew exactly what I wanted to do. I was like, I want to be a songwriter and I want to perform. And that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. My parents were like, cool, let's try to monetize that. And I was like, yeah, right.
I mean, you've monetized.
I have monetized successfully.
I mean, I feel like working with me is probably a lot like running a school with 110 children. It probably prepared you for our partnership. Now you're ready, dude.
Maybe on some level. I feel ready. I feel good about all the random and incredible experiences I've had. And it's all primed me for the current time of life. And that's how I got here. Next question, please.
What's the day-to-day looking like, homie?
Day-to-day.
Yeah.
So I'm in the zone, as I said last week, the Arizonas. I'm a night owl. I can't hang with the early mornings. I don't know how people do it. I will say the early morning folks are very kind people. Like if you go out on a trail or you go to like a breakfast spot or a coffee shop, they're just so kind. I'm like, you're a unique breed to be able to wake up that early and be kind and enjoy your life. Beats me.
Dude, I want to throw something in right there. Like, I feel like they're not kind by the afternoon, though. Like in the morning, like in their prime time, they are happy as heck. By the time, dude, I feel like your lunch schedule's off, man. Like you didn't have your lunch early enough. So by the time you're eating lunch, you're cranky, dude. They can be cranky, but they're the nicest people in the morning. And that's sometimes hurt my feelings, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, I am really cranky right now. I feel really terrible even communicating with you. I feel like I'm bringing down your vibe.
Yeah. I suppose I haven't been around morning people long enough to see them turn into jerks in the afternoon.
My wife was talking about it today at breakfast, and she's like, morning people, I wish I could do that. They get real mean later in the day. I was like, that's true. All right, anyway, sorry. So the day-to-day.
Or there's the nodding off at dinner part too.
Yeah.
So I wake up at like a good 9. Especially since I'm retired. AKA working with Nikki over here. Doing our own little weird schedule. So 9 o'clock, I am a pseudo coffee connoisseur. I say pseudo because if you ask me like specific questions, I don't know how to answer them. I don't know what goes into like a really good cup of coffee or beans, I should say. I know nothing about roasting, but I enjoy consuming it. We got the whole decked out espresso machine. We got the pour over, we got the AeroPress, we got the like French press. Thank you for bearing with my emotions. So I typically immediately brew some coffees. I have the animal that you saw destroying the apartment. So I care for him. And I love the heat, and I also have some chronic pain stuff going on. So I love going out on the patio and just kind of sitting there, enjoying my coffee, breaking a sweat typically because hot coffee and hot weather inevitably causes some problems.
I suppose that's true, right?
And I typically read a little devotion, do a little prayer, set some intentions for the day. I love grounding myself in some gratitude. So I like write out a list of things I'm grateful for from the previous day. So it's kind of like a reflection thing. And then I dive into a creative-ish routine. I'll do some like free writing, or I'll do some prompt stuff, or I'll write like a poem or something. Right now, Nick and I are going through a book. We're not sponsored by this book, so this is some free advertising, Karen. Leap right in. I just have it right here. It's really cute. So I love these little books.
Do that again, and don't roast Karen so hard, dude. You were like, Karen. That's so funny, dude. You were going hard in the paint.
I love Karen. She's inspired my creative writing journey.
She's helped me out too, for sure.
I love books like that, though. I love books where they give you prompts and they kind of guide you through, so you don't have to think about it yourself.
What's the title of that book?
It's called, there's a million words on this page, but I think the main title is Leap Right, as in WRITEN. Yeah. Leap Right In.
What's the author, Karen? What's her last name?
Karen Benke.
How's that spelled? Benke?
BENKE. It's brilliant.
Binky.
Binky.
Yeah. Dude, it's a really good book. It is. I'm being a dumbass. It's really wonderful.
It's so good. So I love doing that. And then Nick and I will hop on and do some creative stuff together, collaboration for a couple hours. And then my majestic husband of a man, Jason, is a teacher. When he returns home, I try to wrap up my workday. I'll do like some practice on the piano for a bit somewhere in my afternoon while he's like decompressing. And then we love being outside. We'll go do something outside. He's obsessed with disc golf, so I'll accompany him with the dog. We'll go to a park in the evening. We'll go to the pool. We'll enjoy some patio vibes with a glass of wine. So any given day, we're doing something like that. We also enjoy consuming higher quality television, of the Netflix variety, really high quality. So we'll enjoy, we'll enjoy some stand-up comedy or something. It's either like so drastic, stand-up comedy, or like who's the latest criminal in the world vibes. Like there's nothing in between that we consume. But it feels right. Yeah, and then I typically have a second wave of creative vibes. So I'll either like dive into a book to inspire that, like just a pleasure reading book, or I'll watch incessant amounts of YouTube to learn about things, or I will work on some track stuff. I will work on other administrative tasks until 1:30 a.m. and that's that. That's my day in the life. Super exciting.
I love creative people sharing their schedules. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great to just like not be the 9-to-5er, but it's kind of a thing to figure out how the heck you're going to have a routine without having work as a centerpiece of all that stuff. I think it's fascinating. Okay. Yeah. So you pretty much, like, we had some questions out here. You pretty much kind of danced through them, except for what's been your favorite gig so far? How about them apples?
Oh, golly.
Yeah.
That's really hard. I haven't had as much experience playing my own music. Which I hope will change. It will change because Nikki and I are about to pump out some stuff. But I do think it's a cross between the beloved jazz singing ensemble I was part of. I didn't love like that full on, but I loved the part where we got to collaborate with the little jazz trio and sing our own little standard. I loved that. So it's like a segment that I loved. But I think my favorite and most proud gig was probably my senior recital guy from college, where I did the whole bandy thing with all my friends and played all my own songs and threw some Carole King in there because you got to like ode to the brilliant female songwriters of the past and present still. And then getting to like try to write a song with like audience participation live with my songwriting mentor was just a lot of fun. And I felt very proud to like write out all my own arrangements and make these songs that were just like piano driven babies come to life with a full band. And it was a good situation. All the band members were so much better than me musically. That was the only like, it's like, well, thanks for showing me up. You didn't even write these songs.
Dude, but I love playing nowadays. I love playing with people that are so much better than me. There are so many people that are so much better than me, and it freaks me out. I mean, don't get me wrong. I also lose all self-esteem and kind of want to puke in my mouth a little bit, but it's great. For sure. It's freaking great.
Oh yeah, no, they're all love and respect to them. More for them than for myself.
Stop it.
Oh golly. Yeah, all right. I love that.
Are you feeling the lightning round, bro? You ready?
Lightning round.
Okay, we got a lightning round. I don't know. Don't ask any questions. Just gonna rapid fire a bunch of cute little questions. Just answer as best you can as quickly as possible. Here we go now. Favorite color?
Turquoise.
Really?
Yeah, you wouldn't know. Like, I don't wear it, and it's nowhere in my house or anywhere obvious, but it's like calming. I like the calming.
Turquoise. Favorite food?
I like tacos or fried rice or crab rangoons.
I like how you got to get close to the mic. I like tacos. Just like
I'm trying to make everyone uncomfortable.
I'm comfortable. Excuse me. I'm so comfortable with that. Okay. If you could share a meal, speaking of tacos, share a meal with any celebrity, who would it be?
Oh, I didn't think about this one ahead of time.
Dude, that's a good question.
Matt Thiessen from Reliant K. He's brilliant and weird and funky, and he's such a good songwriter. He writes like punk, and then he writes for Katy Perry, and I just love him. so much.
Wow. Okay. Dream vacation spot. Even it doesn't have to be the dream vacation spot, just any, like you're just like, I just like really want to go there.
I would really enjoy a trip to Italy. Nowhere specific because I don't know anything about it.
To most places that are specifically in Italy are great. Recent enjoyable book.
Oh gosh, what was it called? I think it was called Falling. I think it was called Falling. It was a plane hijacking thriller situation. So good. I know, so random. You would never think. I love true crime and I love catastrophe. Not happening to people I love or really anyone, but it's interesting. Like it happens inevitably, so I might as well enjoy the content. That's probably offensive. I'm sorry, everyone.
Recent enjoyable album.
Right. I consume so much music. I think in general, I really love listening to the Japanese house. I don't think she's come out with new music anytime recently. She's a very cool kind of like pseudo electro-pop kind of what's the word? Like you can hear some with the way her guitars are like all plugged in and stuff. I'm not a guitar player. It sounds a little bit like she's influenced by some like psychedelic vibes. I'm
cool.
doing her horrible justice.
No,
the Japanese house.
The Japanese house. Okay, that's hot. First live show and favorite live show. First
live show. Like the good Christian girl that I am / was. Hillsong United was my first live show.
Wow.
And to give you some cute context into the kind of fan I was, we got 5th row tickets. I don't know how. And I took my digital camera, as one does, and it fell through the orchestra pit covering like 12 people else.
No.
So I couldn't even take the pictures I wanted to take. And we had to like call the box office and be like, could you please fish that out for us? Very memorable.
All right, favorite
recent show. Oh gosh. I don't know what recent shows I've been to at all. I saw Willie Nelson with my siblings, and I think it was just so cute because they all grew up listening to him, and I did not. We had a like blended family situation. So I just love consuming music, live music with people that are like really emotionally connected to the music. Like
Right.
Even if I'm not personally connected to it, just being with people who are and seeing like getting to know people through their experience of it just makes it fun. So that was my most recent, I think, and it's not my favorite. Oh, I saw the Lumineers live. They were amazing live. Amazing.
Yeah.
Loved that.
Okay, someone you look up to.
Yeah, that's always a great question. I have a lot of like friends I admire.
Yeah, throw them out there.
I'm gonna say it. It's gonna be cheesy, but I really do look up to my mom. My mom.
Susan's awesome, dude.
Sousa is amazing.
Yeah,
She's an angel. She is not of this earth. She serves everyone first, and she's a nurse. Go healthcare, people that have been braving the storm. And she's just like pure.
All right. 3 words that describe you. Just the toughie question here at the end. The worst icebreaker. 3 words that describe you. So you're good with words, though. You're gonna crush this.
Quirk McGurk, aka quirky. Creative and compassionate.
Is quirk McGurk one word in this case?
Yes.
Is it hyphenated? I mean, I think that counts as one word. Also, if we don't get quirk McGurk shirts, I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Quirk
It's gonna
McGurk.
be sad. Quirk
Check
McGurk.
out the merch later.
Quirk McGurk. Check out the merch. Okay. So Annalyse is like the best little humming. You're going to get to know and love her. She's a brilliant musician, a brilliant person, and my home skillet. So thank you for interviewing up. Yay!
Thank you for
See y'all
listening.
later.
See you later. Tune in next week for Nikki's.
Woo!
Okay, bye.